Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I'm covering one of the new weapons that was released in Season 5. Not, well, I guess that one was released in Season 5, but you get the point. We're going to be doing the Merrick 556, which is effectively the M14. I just got here. Guys, I just got here. And we got the face-off map. Good. I love the face-off maps, man. They're so fun to play. This is sarcasm. This thing is not good. I'm already telling you right now, this does not feel very good to use. Good lord. What is that? LC-10? Oh. Well, let's at least put an optic on you, and a mono suppressor, and the long barrel, and the G grip, just for the sake of having some attachments on here for now. Because, good lord, that is not a fun-feeling weapon, right? Actually, this feels a lot better. Obviously, mono suppressor isn't necessarily the greatest, but... Oh, this feels great to use. There we go. Come on! I hate face-off maps, man! Well, I don't hate face-off maps. I hate the people who play face-off maps. Like, consistently. Because they all play like sweats! They play like it's CDL! Like, bro, chill! Hold that thermo. Bro moment. I can't even get in a gunfight anymore. I'm washed. Shut. I'm washed. I'm so fucking washed, chat. There's actually a rapid fire for this. What if you can make it semi-auto? That'd be cool. If you could make this thing semi-auto and make it like the actual M14, oh, fog. That'd be so big. Because the M14's not fully automatic for a reason. It sucks. I'm losing my mind, chat. Oh good, I have base actual suppress right now, so it'll feel better. Can I go like 10 feet without getting blasted in the goddamn skull, please? Thank you.
Hostile long gun neutralized. Enemy assault pack.
Why is the explosion radius that thing so big? That's what she said. Oh, I can make it something by doing this. I forgot I could just do the select fire button. Oh, that's a... It's not that I hate sleeper raids, it's that I always fall for them, because there's no way of telling if it is one. Like, there's no way of turning... Like, there's no way of being... There's no way of, like, not being fooled by it, if that makes sense. Well, it's fine. It's Mr. Front. Anyway, we're gonna switch over to zombies now, the mode that doesn't give me depression. I just hate face-off. I just hate face-off. I like the maps and I like playing face-off because I know it is the better way of playing. But like, oh sweet lord, why does everyone play it like it's CDL? It's like, bro, please. Please! Like, chill the frick out! Let me breathe! Oh, good lord. Oh, I just realized there's no rear grip, which means I have to have a laser sight on this, which means I'm not going to have a laser sight on this, which is going to make me IOCD go crazy. But that's fine, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, yeah, I'll be back once we have once we're in zombies. I was thinking about it while I started to do basically the start of this match here. And I'm like, I think I should finally talk about this. I probably will do a proper, more long-form video about it. But, like, gaming is in a really rough state right now for some reason. Like, outside of new releases, a lot of games that are getting updates are getting either very bad updates or updates that aren't really helping with player count or hurting the player count. I think of games like Marvel Rivals literally had 85 of its player base dipped since its launch, which is, like, insane to me. Which isn't to say that Marvel Rivals is inherently bad, but it's like, good lord, what happened? Because Marvel Rivals kind of exploded in popularity, and it's still being played. Mind you, there's still like over five-digit players in Marvel Rivals. Like, it's still just under 100,000 people, but it's still like 85%, going from just over 500,000 players, like, I was presumably, I think, a week, to 85,000 is still nothing to sneeze at.
Don't let him get to you.
And then looking at other games that I play, like Destiny, like, I'm not playing Destiny that much just because Destiny's in a very rough spot. Also, I just noticed my G-grip's gone. What happened to my G-grip? What happened? It's fine. Doesn't really matter. And then I look at games like COD, obviously, is always going to be in a rough spot just because it's COD. No, it's the dead horse of gaming at this point. But it's also like those of us who still play it for the sake of like zombies and stuff like that are at least still enjoying it for what it's worth. But then you look at like Warzone, and Warzone is basically suffocating. Multiplayer is at least feeling something occasionally. But Warzone is effectively on life support, if that. But then you look at other games, like, I think of Helldivers. Like, I've never been playing Helldivers that much. Not because Helldivers is inherently bad, but just because I've not really been enjoying it that much. It's just, I think it's because it's such a grind, like, a monotonous, repeat game, and it's better with friends. I think that's kind of why I'm not really enjoying it. Also, really, I'm trying to get the machine gun, and I keep getting the ABR. But you get the idea, right? Like, it feels like the entirety of the game is having more monotony. Like, Destiny 2 right now, my main reason why I've really been playing Destiny 2 is mixture of burnout and also just the grind that this game kind of forces you to do is just not that fun. Mind you, I don't mind it. It's still a fun... The way you do it isn't the hard part. It's the actual grind itself. Like, I'm trying to get my Guardian rank 8 so I can get more tier 4s more often. I think that's probably when it would happen. And I can't because the thing that requires me to do is get to rank 4, is to get to power level 400, so that GMs aren't basically a cyberbullying mess. Because obviously your rank, you need for Guardian rank 8, you need to get A rank, or you need to do the Grandmaster Conquest and get use the Famine modifier, as well as for the sake of the title that I'm working on, I need A rank anyway. Thankfully, I'm going to try and do it just on Match-Made Fireteam, but it's still not easy. So it's like, you have all these things going on in all these games that are like trying to make the game more good, but instead all you're doing is just making it worse for the short-term play, like the casual audience, and making the hardcore audience hate it, or vice versa. Like, you can't, that's why I always say, it's like, no matter by trying to please everybody, you please no one. Because if you make it too casual friendly, all the hardcore players are going to complain. Look at, like, Cold War, or, like, Black Ops 6, for example, where people say the game's too easy. I disagree wholeheartedly. I think, at least in terms of the Easter eggs, I disagree. I think the maps themselves aren't that hard. I think some of them are harder than others. I still haven't gotten around 40 on Citadel, but I've gotten around 40 on every other map. I think Citadel's probably the hardest of all of them, to be fair. But, like, you get the idea, right? Like, you have all these, like, Black Ops 6 to some people is very easy. Cold War is very easy. Some people say BO3 is very difficult, but, like, no, BO3 is dumb easy. I've always said this the day I die, if a BO3 Easter egg, in the state that we have BO3 in currently, released today, BO3 would be considered, like, awful, because the fact, in terms of, like, the Easter egg difficulty. And the hardest Easter egg on BO3, unironically, is the one that people don't like that much because it's so buggy, and it's Gorod. Like, that's probably the hardest Easter egg because there's two boss fights that you don't really get much time in between to, like, decompress from the first fight. You have the dragon and then you have Nikolai. But then it's like, you look at most of the fights in this game, it's like, yeah, I'd say the Reckoning boss fights, I haven't beaten Richtofen yet, but, like, both the Reckoning boss fights are very difficult. I'd say the Z-Rex is very difficult, you don't know what you're doing. The Patient 13 is still probably, in my opinion, the hardest fight in all of COD Zombies history. The Guardian's insanely difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And it's still like, yeah, I know I'm specifying if you don't know what you're doing, but still, I know what I'm doing and I still find them difficult solo. Like, as a group, yeah, they're easier, because you have more people, the Guardian, you can kind of kite the Guardian around and have it chase one of the, like, the best player, and then have the two bad, like, all the other bad players just kind of exist. But then it's like, you run into the problem of, these things aren't designed for casual players a lot of the time. But then the hardcore players will say, oh, but it's so easy compared to actual difficult things. It's like, no. It's not that it's difficult, it's that you're gotten so much better at the game that these things that are designed for casuals aren't easier. It's just that there's no the difficulty isn't there for you specifically. And then, like, looking at Destiny, a lot of people will say, like, oh, Salvation's Edge is such an amazing raid. It's like, it is, if you have the brain cells to comprehend half of the mechanics. In my opinion, it's the worst raid, because the fact that it is so monotonously difficult for no reason other than the fact of it's the big bad of the 10-year saga. Because in my opinion, Desert Perpetual is a much more fun raid, and it's around the same difficulty, if not just a little bit easier. I'd say it's probably on par with, like, Last Wish in terms of difficulty. Where it's not, like, insanely difficult, it's just more kind of knowing how things work, and then once you figure out things work, it's not that hard. But it's also, like, Salvation's Edge, I just don't want... Every single time somebody says, oh, I want to do Salvation's Edge, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But then it's like somebody says Last Wish or anything else, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Quit whining. You know the saying, fake it till you make it? Of course you do. It's practically your whole MO.
But then you look at other games that are doing similar things like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch that are effectively competing with each other, and it's like, both these games are doing amazingly well, yet no one talks about them because of the past problems that they've had. Overwatch 2's PvP issues. Or PvE, excuse me. Which is like, yeah, I'm still bummed out that that whole purpose of the game is now null and void. I'm sad about it, but I still enjoy the game for what it's worth. You know? I think people need to remember that gaming is meant to be like a hobby. And meant to be an escape and, like, a entertainment. But people are treating it as if it's, like, it has to be perfect and made for them. It's like, guys, chill. The fuck out. It's fine. Games are going to have lull periods. I've always said this. The lull period for Destiny is always, like, in these terms of seasons, is always, like, once the seasonal story has ended. And since we don't have a seasonal story really that much anymore, right now we're in a lull period because Ash and Iron's story effectively has concluded with after the heliostat. Obviously, there's still the other parts of the mission we need to do, because obviously we're only 1 week out from that. But it's still like, oh, there is nothing after that. There is nothing. And then, similarly, it's like, if we go with, also, did my skin reset? No, it didn't, okay. I forgot I'm using the Easter egg skins as opposed to, like, my normal Mr. Peaks and the Ultra skins. But then if you look at something like, I think of, Overwatch 2 again, just because, good example. Overwatch 2's Stadium is fun, but then it's like, people have already gotten burned out on it because it's such a monotonous grind, but it's like, you're burnt out on it not because it's a bad game mode, but because you played it so much during its release, basically its release window, that it's not fun anymore. That's why I take breaks from games. Because that's why I think the reason why I got so pissed off at COD and had such a vitriolic anger towards the carry forward problem was because I was effectively burned out, and all of the anger that I already had, plus just general family stuff that was going on at the time and personal life stuff, I think it just kind of cascaded and effectively the straw that broke the camel's back type thing, or as I like to always make the analogy of, the brick that broke the table. Like the cinder block, or rather the cinder block that broke the glass table, of like, oh, I'm mad. Why am I mad? Why am I so angry? Why am I so angry? You know? It's not why am I angry, it's why am I so angry? I'm also never realized I didn't get jugged. It's fine. We're gonna pack much to Merrick 556, which turns into the Nemesis Subulation. I like the name of it. My pack punch camos are on, by the way. I can prove it, so this game's still broken, as always. Yeah, I know pack punch camo. It's on. Why did you... Okay, it's working now. This thing feels actually pretty good. I'm curious, what does 60... To me, I don't feel that bad. I wouldn't use it willingly with semi-auto unless it's like it increases its damage significantly, but hey, it still feels very M14. Oh Jesus. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. This is what happens when I don't have Jug. But yeah, just generally, like, gaming's in a very weird spot in general when it comes to game updates. Like, I'm gonna say this right now because this keeps happening, and I've had to keep deleting the comments. So the people who keep on commenting on my videos, just saying BO7 sucks and Battlefield's better, or just in general commenting play Battlefield 6, it's like, I'm not playing Battlefield 6 because I didn't like it. Would you prefer me force myself to play a game I don't like, and then talk about how I don't like it the entire time I'm playing it? Like, if I play Battlefield 6, it'll be for the campaign, which I've heard is awful. By the way. But, like, I have no interest in playing Battlefield 6, not because it's bad, but because it's not for me. It's not the game I want to play. Like, I know it sounds weird. I prefer I prefer, like, the World War, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Not because that they're the worst two that people dislike. It's because I like the World War 1 aesthetic and I like the World War 2 aesthetic more. I liked Firestorm a lot. I'm excited to see if Battlefield 6 has a VR, which I think it does. I haven't really been paying attention to Battlefield 6 at all. But if Battlefield 6 actually has a VR, I'll be willing to try it. So it's not like I'm willing to not play it. It's that I just have no interest in really buying it right now. Because you gotta remember, I have work a part-time job and have a lot of money to pay every single month to someone who I basically leeches money off of me every single goddamn week. So it's like, I really don't have much way of dealing with games that I want to play. Don't get me wrong, I want to play Battlefield 6 and give it another chance, but after the beta, I'm like, I'm not really that interested. It's one of those things that's like, maybe once I get the full game, I'll like it more. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But like, generally speaking, it's like, I don't care. But I'm just more or less here to try and just play games and have fun. That's why I've been trying to branch out and do variety stuff. I know right now it's been more of the same for October. It's just because I have been busy out of my goddamn mind IRL. As well as trying to prep for my vacation in February. Because I know that sounds weird to be prepping for vacation in February. But that's when my birthday is. So, yeah, that's why I'm prepping for it. Oh, I'm receiving a phone call. So, yeah, I will leave the video off here. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next video live stream to make. Everybody, stay safe.